perfect combination of history but renewed and history preserved as originally was meant to be. So this is where they kept the Filipino prisoners right before they were executed. I was the one who was like, yeah, let's do it. Next thing you know, budol. Hello universe, welcome once again to the channel. Today I have a very special vlog, very exciting because I'm going somewhere that you guys wanted me to go so much for the past few weeks. Of course, I'm not alone. As you can see, my friend Richard is right there. Say hello, Richard. Annyeong. Annyeong. We are going to Intramuros and I'm super excited because there are so many things to discover at Intramuros. It is not only one of the most historically charged places in Manila, but there's also so much to discover in terms of religion, architecture, food, culture. What else is there in Intramuros? There are so many museums. So as usual, we will be taking you along with us for the journey. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and do all the fun things that you need to do to support the vlog. We'll see you in a bit live from Intramuros.
Be strong.
And hello everyone, we officially made it to Intramuros right now. I cannot believe we're finally here because I've been watching so many different videos about this location and so many of you also recommending for me to come here. Actually, fun fact, I'm right here around this area where you can see like the old walls and the stairs because I'm trying to look for the location where Catriona Gray filmed her introduction video for Miss Universe. So I might try to replicate that later for my Instagram or like a real story or something like that, but it just feels so real. Reminds me a lot of Havana. If you have been in Cuba, this location called El Morro de La Habana, which is pretty much like a fortress where the Spanish will look at the ocean and make sure that, you know, no enemies were coming in. So here, if you look as well in the background, we have some of the buildings with some of the architecture of back then from the Spanish era. For someone who also comes from a country that has been colonized by Spanish, it's just crazy. The influence of the architecture, even the colors, the contrast is just mind-blowing. Another thing that I wanted to show you guys is just the contrast. Right now we are in this area which is pretty much like the old structure, like the fortress, I would say, like the walls. If you look right here, you have all of the historical parts with the buildings. Of course, you can see all of the ancient influences. If we go over there, we have a church. I don't know if you can see like the golden top of the church. And on the other side, now I'm just gonna go towards my right, you can see that we have a golf field. So already such a drastic difference. In the background you can see like modern city, and on the other side we have the Philippines National Museum, I think this is. So to say the least, my first few moments at Intramuros have been giving me a glimpse of every single thing that this city has to offer. How do you feel so far, Richard?
Oh, I just hope that we maintain this good weather.
We actually didn't think about it, but it's actually noon right now, so it's not like overly sunny, which is great, but also we hope that it's not gonna rain so that it doesn't ruin the day. Richard is gonna try to be a little bit of the tourist guide today.
Yeah, so
if he manages to speak louder, because I told him on the last video he was like almost like whispering. He's camera shy, guys, so give him a break. We're gonna walk around a little bit more. Actually, we met someone who wanted to tour us around Intramuros in like a bicycle, so I might do that later. I'm so excited. Maybe I'll do that. What do you think? Should I?
Yeah, but I'm not really sure with his price. It's quite
expensive.
Kuya
Kuya said it was gonna be $350 for a 30-minute tour of Intramuros. I think it's fine, but Richard said it's too much. Let me know, what do you think? Comment section let me know. It seems like we manifested the sun to come out because right now it's like getting super sunny and super hot at the same time. But anyways, we were actually reading some fun facts about Intramuros, and of course, I mean, for Spanish-speaking people, I feel like it's very obvious, but Intramuros means within the walls. So it's a city that is built within these walls that pretty much separated from the rest of Manila. So I think that that's what makes it so special. In terms of history, I was actually reading, or should I say, Richard was actually reading that all of it was built in 1571. So it's been a few centuries to say the least. But I was actually comparing it with the history of Cuba when Cuba was discovered by the Spaniard, and this was back in 1492, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So just to give you a little reference, Cuba is a little bit older than this part of Manila, but still we have a very similar timeline when it comes to the way that everything was discovered and built. Less than 100 years at least. I don't know if you guys noticed, but during my video I almost tripped on these, so I think it's worth mentioning that some of these structures are not necessarily in the best condition, so when you're walking here you need to be careful. You might trip, and the last thing you want is to actually fall to one of these spots right there. In a bit, Kuya, just walking around and then I'll take the tour with you.
I can explain.
Guys, I also think it's worth mentioning, if you guys take a look at the contrast between the old part of the city, the walls, and the newer part of the city as well. This is the same comment that I had, if you guys remember, on the wet market video about BGC and Makati as well. Sometimes you are walking at the heart of BGC or the heart of Makati, and then you're just like walking for 5-10 minutes and suddenly you are in a completely different part of the city. I feel like it's gonna be the same vibe here, where you have so much history. Literally, we have like, how do you call these things, Richard? In Spanish, we call this cañón. What do you call those in English? It's like the firearms. Nosebleed.
I really don't know.
Okay, maybe we should ask Kuya later. By the way, Kuya is trying to get us to have a tour
Like
with
a
him.
local guide with a Lamborghini.
Local guide. Maybe we'll go to one destination. I don't want to do the entire thing as in like the tourist way, because you know it's important for me to just experience things by myself as I go. So this is what I was telling you guys. So if anyone knows the name of this, in the comment section. How do you call this in English? In Spanish it's cañón,
Yeah.
but I'm not so sure.
Also in Philippines.
Okay, so y'all, this is not the time for me to fall.
Mhm.
So let's. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my god, these stairs are like so tall.
Shit.
I was thinking maybe when it rains, you know, in these particular spots, there might be like water. It becomes kind of like a pool. Maybe not. I mean, they do have like holes on the corner, so I'm guessing that, but it's not like a deep hole or anything. So if anyone knows what was the purpose of this entire sections over here, it's pretty much like a whole, I don't see like a purpose to it. So if anyone knows,
Like amazing going on here.
huh?
It's more like maze.
Maze?
Yeah. You know the movie Maze?
No.
You don't know that? Comment section, guys.
Educate me. Richard just found out something online. He says like it's like a narrow valley for smoke. Maybe it's because of like war purposes, you know, like maybe the soldiers find
Colonization thing.
they will come here to like not be exposed to the guns or whatever. But and we actually remember that it's called a canyon, guys. So the canyon's over there. This gives you an idea of what the environment was like. So wait, I'm going up now. So
Kami na lang mismo ko ipabalik.
Parang hindi na kayo, sir. It's so very hot if you want to walk because Intramuros is 64 hectare. Very big. 64 hectare. Maybe if you want to walk, maybe 7 hours, 2 hours. This one, if you want to ride my Lamborghini, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours only.
Okay.
And then I can explain.
but we are two, Kuya.
Yeah, no problem. Strong legs.
Legs are strong.
Yeah, 18 years. This is my job. My name is Marlon.
Okay, Sir Marlon. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
I am a tourism.
Let's go with for one location. Which one would you recommend?
I
think is the
recommend you
best?
first Baluarte de Santiago sa Watchtower. This is Yamashita headquarters.
Okay.
Okay, go.
That's the best one.
Yes.
Let's
I'm
go.
for Santiago.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Richard. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah,
test
yes,
Kuya's
we are
legs.
spot now.
You ask me if you want to ask me. Let's try how to. You want to. Wait.
Nosebleed, Kuya.
Just ask him how.
How about the history of Intramuros? Ask me.
Okay. Sige po. And you're gonna take
And
us.
this one, This is called Mapua. Mapua, this is the best university.
The
One of the best
university.
engineering, not only in the Philippines, in the world.
Right here, okay, so this is the university right there. Okay, and we're just gonna show you Kuya's Lamborghini. No, I come from Cuba, okay? I'm Cuban.
Cuba?
We ride just like your Lamborghini all the time. It's a very normal transportation for us.
Really?
So this is Kuya's Lamborghini.
Yes.
Say hello, Kuya. Okay, let's try it. Can you hold it?
Yeah.
Go in.
It's actually very comfortable.
Yes, of course. Come here, Richard.
Okay.
Alright, and of course we are protected by our Lord. Protect us, God.
Public high school in Manila.
First public high school in Manila, right there.
We built in 1906.
1906.
Yes, I'm proud of this one because I'm a graduate here. But from now is my son.
Talaga. Oh wow, Kuya. How long is this? Like how many kilometers, let's say, like to go around the city? 65.
So that is like a bunch of barangay.
Wow. Barangay, 5 barangay inside of Intramuros.
We have all the food stuff right here, the mini kiosks.
It's like street food actually.
And they have even like the 7-Elevens. Everything is right here.
I have three children, 1 boy and two girls. That's why very hard to work every day.
Working hard for the kids is also important.
Yes.
Hey, bye.
Oh my god! We call it kotse. Here is called kalesa, I know.
We call it here in the Philippines, Mami Bye.
Mami bye.
Shout out. Shout out.
Shout out!
Japanese canyon.
Okay. Oh, Kuya asked us to stop right here because he wanted us to check a Japanese canyon. So this is, I'll show you guys. Wow. So if someone knows a little bit more about the conflicts between the Philippines and Japan, please educate me. I know I've heard about this several times, but at the same time, I need to learn a little bit more. I think that maybe it's a good idea to ask Kuya to see maybe he can inform us a little bit more. Kuya, what was the story between the Philippines and Japan? Was this like, were they having a war?
Yes, because at that time, before Japanese, when I was occupied more than 330 years by Spanish,
Okay.
and then Japanese almost 3 years.
Okay.
And this the first destination, Baluarte de Santiago. This is the headquarters of Yamashita. I will go there. Follow me.
Okay. I see. Thank you. Let's go. Look at the horses. Oh my god! I feel like I'm in Cuba now. Am I in Cuba? Richard, you don't need to go to Cuba anymore. This is Cuba.
Really?
Yeah. We are right there now. Here we go.
You know the movie The Born Legacy?
Oh,
You know the movie Born Legacy?
No, I never watched it. Maybe I should put it on my
They
list.
shoot here. Can I bataya ba in France?
Okay.
75.
May ongoing film, Kuya.
Nasa niyo po yan kung mga 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Something like that. Pero
You
maganda
wanna
po
go
yan.
around?
Hmm?
This is where actually Catriona did film right.
Ah, this
Right
is
there.
where it was.
Akit tayo dun ilagay.
Dito yung nag-film si Catriona?
So what is this section exactly? What
This is the watchtower before.
Okay.
If you want to go inside, this is a big tower and then American bomb got there are so many Filipino.
Okay.
And then other sides at bonsai garden.
There at Catriona.
Oh wow. So we were asking everyone, and we are going exactly to the location where Catriona was. So I'm just living my Miss Universe fantasy.
They are Japanese time in 1941. There are so many Filipino prisons here in 1941.
In this place? Oh my
When they
god.
was executed, will go upstairs and then bam, 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 bam.
Oh my god.
And then I will go up.
Oh my goodness. So this is where they kept the Filipino prisoners right before they were executed.
In 1941, you are here inside. What it?
Oof, you don't have anything to do. There's no option. You
There
just
might be
have
a lot
to
of
accept your fate. Wow. But look at the contrast now. Can you imagine, like, a few centuries ago, this was a place where people will come to pretty much end their lives. And nowadays, they're having, you know, Baluarte de San Diego, Torre de Nuestra Señora de Guía, the oldest stone fort in Manila. First constructed as a tower, known as the Torre de Nuestra Señora. Kuya, what is this for? What is this about, if you know?
The train.
Train. So this is one of the original trains.
Yung diuling.
That is like the first originated machine from the train.
Okay. So it's one of the first ones that they had here in the Philippines, I'm guessing. Okay. Can we go up there? Okay. So now we're gonna go up the Baluarte de San Diego. This is where they brought the Filipinos to be executed.
Yep.
Executed by the Japanese?
Japanese. What's it?
Okay. Okay. Gotta be careful with the head right there. Oh my god.
This is where Catriona Gray.
Oh my god. Whoa. Oh my god.
Trust me, you do not want to go in that thing.
No, most definitely not.
There's a lot of frogs.
Frogs?
Yeah.
I'm not scared about the frogs, I'm scared about the spiders and the rats. Are you learning something today, Richard?
A lot.
A lot.
I mean, I've learned it before, but
This place is so gorgeous though. It feels like honestly like a castle right now, and the vibe that it has is just so luxurious. But once again, it's crazy to think that just a few centuries ago, this was a place where people will come to actually end their lives in such a sad manner, as in you are a war prisoner and you have absolutely no control of what's gonna happen with your life.
Japanese cannon.
Japanese
Used in
cannon.
1941 to
Oh.
1945.
This is way bigger than the one we saw
By
earlier.
aircraft.
Wow.
that is being targeted for airplanes.
But if Japanese had so many structures here in Manila, that means that Manila was occupied by the Japanese back then?
Yeah, that good question. Japanese occupy in the Philippines
Uh-huh.
in 1941, but the architecture of the Philippines, is Spanish.
Okay.
Yes, because Spanish, he still Americano
Okay.
at that time.
At the time, okay. So they had like an alliance
Yes.
all together. Oh. He was telling us that right now there's a lot of tourists coming here because there are cruises, like cruise ships coming here. Is this something new, or the cruise ships have been coming for a long time?
Yes. This is a spy by the Guardia Civil.
Okay. So they would actually come here to spy the civils. I'm guessing the Japanese.
This is their main telescope area, I think, during back then.
And now it's like a golf field. It's crazy to think how much time can change things. Like,
Ilang taon na ko yung anak ko?
you have to be careful here, not to fall. So I better not be distracted by the camera. Otherwise, I might not be able to tell my story. Yes, by the time that we actually got here, there were not as many people, but now you can clearly see there's a bunch of tourists coming in. So thanks God we got to experience, I feel, the first few moments all by ourselves. So right now,
Okay.
Right now, Kuya was taking us to this spot where now they have weddings and events. So it has been completely repurposed. If you want to have an event here, a wedding, birthday, you can actually have it. But the camera was not recording, so we're just redoing it for you guys. Okay, go. Okay, Richard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. as you can see, guys, here you can have all of your events. They're preparing for a wedding at the moment, so you can see all the tables with the white, the flowers, all the greenery, and of course the beautiful contrast between the colors of the tree. We have some orange right here and some purple flowers as well all over the place. Honestly, so gorgeous. If I had the money, I would actually come and have an event here, but this must be so expensive nowadays. Yeah. So now let's go and catch Kuya once again, because he wanted to show us a part of this
Or
place.
you can buy a very expensive plant that call it bonsai plant.
Yeah, he has.
It's a Chinese plant actually.
Here we can actually see all of the bonsai. So I saw some of this when I went to Japan. It was so gorgeous and honestly mind-blowing. All the care that it takes to actually make them grow and survive, and especially to keep them so tiny. Oh, can you go there? Actually no. If I sit there, it's gonna break. So I think that this is almost a wrap for the tour here within this part. But let me know in the comment section if you guys have ever been here. What do you think of it? Look at this view. It's so gorgeous. Wow. Gorgeous. I can only imagine Catriona walking through these places. Wow. Sana all, Catriona. Where are you? Thank you po.
Yung pinakita ko naman, each po yung
Each every minute. Okay, 30 minutes.
So 1 hour.
3, 7. Okay. Do you have change?
No.
600.
Isang tao, 700. So 1,700.
1,700.
Guys, we have already story time here. What happened, Richard?
I told him. I told him.
Okay, so we told Kuya that we wanted to end the tour because we just wanted to see one location. He told us it was $350 per 30 minutes. So when we went out to pay him, he said it's $350 for each, and it's been 2 hours. And we said no, it's impossible. 2 hours, maybe 40 minutes at most. And he wanted like 1,700 or something, but we ended up settling for 1,000. So it's okay. Kuya gave us a lot of information. He was very helpful. So in all fairness, thank you for that, Kuya. But be mindful of those things, guys. When you come here to these places, if people approach you,
They can
want to-
trick you in a lot of ways.
yeah, exactly. So make sure that maybe you establish, I'll pay you this amount for this amount of time.
So I
Otherwise,
guess we don't really advise you to avail tours,
Yeah.
not unless if you really know that person.
yeah,
But
go
if
on
you will
Google.
have it here on the spot.
Yeah, agreed. Anyways, back to touring because we're still the two of us, and I'm really excited. I actually wanted to stay longer because I want to take some photos. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go follow, because you'll see all the cute pics that I'm gonna take over here. We're gonna try some ice cream. This is the
Sorbetes.
Anong flavor yan?
Avocado po tsaka mango.
Avocado and
avocado and mango. Wow. Especially with this heat. Salamat. Thank you po.
Yeah.
Let's give it a try.
How was it?
Mm.
Really good.
It's like mango, literally. It's like I'm eating a mango, cold, frozen mango. Eat it. Good.
That's so sweet.
Let's go over here. Let's check there's a map over there, so we can check what other locations or attractions are around here.
It's definitely worth it.
For 20 pesos.
No, I had enough. It's too sweet.
Actually, I think it's my first time ever trying an avocado ice cream. Highly recommended, especially with the
Avocado
weather.
ice cream in the malls is
Manila.
really expensive.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait lang.
So we're here at San Diego Gardens.
So this is the map right now, and we are at this particular location right here. We're gonna try to look for other places that we can visit. Anyways, we're just gonna figure it out, and you guys will see it later in the vlog.
Random, it's way better.
So we decided our next destination is going to be Fort Santiago. That's exactly where we are heading right now. I'm trying to get tan, everyone, so I'm trying as much as I can to be on the sun.
Just you.
But Richard,
Don't include me.
Richard is running away from the sun.
Yeah,
Why? I want to leave the Philippines looking like a moreno. That's my goal right here. And Richard is just like trying to avoid it at all costs. I don't get it. So.
Here are all the former presidents of the Philippines, like Emilio Aguinaldo, from January 1899 to March 1901, along to Sergio Osmeña, Manuel Rojas.
But these are only some of them, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah,
Not
some of them.
all of them.
Those are like all the legendary presidents.
Okay. It says Galería de los Presidentes de la República Filipina. Wow. It's crazy how the names sound so Latino. I mean, it's a Spanish influence, of course, but I remember the first time that I actually started hearing like Filipino names, I was like, huh? Because it's not what I had in mind. It sounded like Cuban names, like very Latin American names. And suddenly, you know, you realize, oh, they're actually in the other end of the world, as in like in Asia, but we still have a lot in common.
I think we need to try
Crazy.
to go up.
Yeah, let's go up. We're gonna go up here.
We're now in the area of Fort Santiago.
Let's go up na lang. This is my exercise for the day. No more cardio for me. Charot lang. I'm still on a diet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at the view, guys. Wow. Perfect combination of history but renewed and history preserved as originally was meant to be. Wow. And the calesas, of course. Oh my god, this is so nostalgic because it's weird because I've never been here, but it's nostalgic because this is so much like Cuba. I feel like in my home country right now.
They thought we will ride a horse going back.
And they will charge us
No,
40,000 pesos.
way more.
Budol is real, guys. Budol.
But don't worry, I won't let him. As long as he listens. A bit.
A bit. I was actually, in all fairness, Richard did not want to have the guided tour with Kuya. I was the one who was like, yeah, let's do it. Next thing you know, Budol. They have an entire event. Look. Is it an event or is it just mass? It's a wedding. They just closed. Wow. They just closed the door, so I don't think we can go in at the moment. Oh no. Why? Maybe I want to get married also. Casa Manila. Okay, so I think that we actually just made it to Casa Manila. I'm not sure if it's this, but that's what the sign says. Casa Manila Museum. Show the building. This is the one. So we got the ticket. How much is it?
It's student is 50 pesos.
Okay, so for
Same with the
students,
children, 50 pesos.
50 pesos.
Regular rate is 75 pesos.
75 for me. I'm a student of the School of Life. Okay,
Real
so
student.
now we're actually gonna go into the house. Yeah. So I really wanted to come and check it out because it seems like they have typical traditional Filipino food. We got lucky. They're letting us in. It's gonna be the sunset in just probably like an hour-ish. So I'm pretty sure that the sunset in this location is pretty epic.